Hello and welcome to Arvada Insights. I'm Arvada Mayor Marc Williams, and today I'm in one of my favorite venues, the Arvada Center. They're preparing right now for a great production of Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, which they tell me is not about the mayor and city council. Coming up, Arvada Insights. Joining me today is Rod Lansberry, the incredible artistic producer here at the Arvada Center. Rod, you've been here 21 years. Thanks for having us here today.
My pleasure. Thank you for joining us in the theater.
Rod, there's a heck of a lot going on in this place. What do you got going?
It's definitely a construction zone. Right now we have all the new seats in place. We've got that working for us. We're building on the back wall and recovering the back sound barriers for the wall, including the new set that we put in, that's going in right now for our next production of Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
These seats are pretty nice. They got cup holders.
They've got cup holders, they've got padding, they've got a higher back. It's a wonderful addition. After 35 years of the original seats, they finally gave out, and it was time to replace them and give our audiences something comfortable to sit in.
There's been a lot of seats in those seats over these last 35 years or so.
We're talking thousands and thousands of people in those seats.
And what's neat is you were able to get some additional seats in.
We actually were able to add 26 additional seats, which is something we're really pleased with and gives us more opportunity to bring more audiences to the Arvada Center.
Well, having been to so many sellout productions here, I know we needed those additional seats. Speaking of sellout productions and how incredible this theater is for us, tell us about the Henry Awards, which I sort of view as the Academy Awards for local theater.
They definitely are. That's our local top awards for the Denver and the Colorado metro areas. We were lucky enough to win for Best Musical Production this year. We also were awarded the top honor of Best Season for a Theater Company. That probably was the most impressive for us, in the sense that it not only recognizes individuals, but it recognizes the entire city of Arvada and what Arvada and the Arvada Center has become.
That's the big kahuna award, isn't it?
It definitely is, from everyone from our audiences to our technicians to our actors to the support we get from KATV, everybody who's a part of creating the productions here at the Arvada Center.
You mentioned Ragtime as a musical. You've had some incredible musical productions here over the years. What's been your favorite?
It really is. It's like asking which is your favorite child. I've had so many favorites, and it all depends on the show, the cast that we bring in. We bring in such amazing talent. Each one is unique in its own way, and each one provides its own special challenges. And getting through those challenges and creating something special and unique for our audience, that's always our goal.
I think when you had the courageous attitude to bring in Les Mis and Miss Saigon, I think it really took the Arvada Center to a different plane. What's your thoughts on that? To begin with, it was frightening when you look at those epic shows that everybody is familiar with and people have seen. But we have such an amazing advantage to bring those shows to the Arvada Center stage, where with 526 seats, you're close. You're not in the second and third balcony watching somebody in a little spotlight trying to understand what they're doing. The intimacy between the audience and the actors and the audience really creates a much more finite storyline and incredible connection with our audiences. Rod, I've only got one bone to pick with you on the musicals, and that's because I didn't think Legally Blonde was anything like my law school experience.
I think you went to the wrong school. If you went to the School of Musical Theater, it would have been a lot different.
I think you're right on that. You also talked about the artists you have. These actors are incredible that do these productions. Two of those artists won awards at the Henry Awards.
That's correct. Megan Vandehay won for her portrayal of Mother in Ragtime, and Tally Sessions won for his portrayal in our musical Chess.
Well, I've got to ask you, where do you get this incredible talent that you bring to us, and why haven't I been called for a casting call?
The casting calls are open, so we don't even rely on submissions. You're welcome to come in anytime. We do, our auditions are held here at the Arvada Center before we go to New York, but we also go to New York and we also go to LA. So we get auditions from everywhere. We have people who come up from Arizona, from Chicago, and it's really our goal to find the best talent that we can to bring to Denver. We've also developed an incredible reputation where they want to come to Denver and be at the Arvada Center. So it's really kind of fascinating to go to New York and have this wonderful turnout of talent that wants to come and work in Arvada.
Rod, we as a city council and the staff at the city of Arvada and all the artists, all the people who come to see these shows know that a Rod Lansberry production is going to be a great show. You have set the bar very high. You've got a great standard for us. I want to thank you for what you do for the Arvada Center. This is a great place between the theater productions that go on here, the art classes, everything else that goes on, the dancing. This place is a mecca for good activities in Arvada. Thank you for what you do for us.
My pleasure, and we'll make sure that it stays that way.
That's great. That's another edition of Arvada Insights. You can find out more about the Arvada Center by checking out arvadacenter.org or call the ticket office for tickets. And that's a wrap.